You knew me as the Ice Maiden before the intermission, but now I'm back. See the passion.
Oh my God, that's lovely.
Don't ask me for
No,
anecdotes from my
absolutely not.
15
No,
years.
no. I
Like
understand.
we
I
will be
understand.
talking the whole day then. It's a contest between Hero and Damini. Hero, which is almost like my first movie, and Damini, which was almost like my last movie. Because everything came together very well in these two. So they are my favorites. People think I am somebody like तुम ही हो माता पिता तुम ही हो, जहाँ डांस कुछ खास नहीं है, बस डिवोशन है, बहुत सीरियस सिंसियर. बट एक्चुअली मैं अंदर क्या हूँ? हे आती क्या खंडाला. उसका जो हुक स्टेप है ना, वो हैंडकरचीफ के साथ. तो मेरा जो ये नटखट साइड है ना, वो बहुत कम लोग जानते हैं.
For every Indian, 1983 is a historic year. India won the first Cricket World Cup, and we also saw a beautiful, gorgeous young lady make her debut into the film industry. She's a Bollywood whirlwind whose dance moves make gravity jealous and makes her co-stars feel rhythmically challenged. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my absolute honor and a pleasure to welcome the legendary Meenakshi Seshadri on News 18 Showsha. Thank you so much for being with us, ma'am.
Thank you, Nishad.
Thank you so much.
Great to be here.
Thank you. Ma'am, we're seeing you after a very long time. How have you been?
I have been busy living a life in the USA, which is basically, my home, my family, my dance classes, getting to meet a lot of ladies who were parents of my sons or daughters' friends.
Right.
And, making a new life for myself. I learned few things: cooking, driving, swimming, many things which I neglected while growing up in India.
Right. Ma'am, we're here to talk about Hero, the movie that made you a popular icon in the industry. It completes 40 years. What is your best memory about the movie?
I think Hero, it is hard to say this one single point is noteworthy. The whole movie just worked.
True.
In every which way. तो कोई एक अलग बात को I cannot pinpoint. I'm sorry. But I guess I can say this, that the romantic love stories with which started, with you had Kumar Gaurav Vijeta in the movie Love Story. You had Sanjay Dutt and Tina Munim in Rocky. So then there was a lull.
True.
So the Hero came back like with this power-packed impact on the audience. And uske baad itne sare, romantic movies were made.
True. Yeah. Ma'am, the movie launched you, like I said, as a popular face in the industry. Did you expect the stardom to come overnight?
I expected a good response, yes, because with my own instincts as an artist, I felt the movie was really a good commercial, yet artistic film, which the audiences will enjoy. But overnight success to the extent that I would have to stop going on the local train for my weekend college classes. I was doing my BA at that time.
Right.
I didn't expect that. That train mein log mujhe aise pehchan lenge, and overnight I had to get my own car and driver and get my own apartment. And at the age of 21, I was kind of set, Most people, they work so many years before that happens.
Very true.
But I think that was a very good success for somebody who had never sought the film industry as an expression of the artistic self.
True. Ma'am, your co-star, your lead actor, Jackie Shroff, was also a newbie when he did the movie. It was in fact his debut as a male lead role. Did you know that, he was, Subhash Ghai sir was supposed to cast Kamal Haasan sir in this, and it was supposed to be titled Sangeet? Did you know about this fact that it happened?
Yes, I know that Subhash ji had looked at the subject with different people and other options for casting. But jo hona tha, so hua.
And rest is history. Yeah, ma'am, in one of the interviews he had mentioned, Subhash Ghai sir had mentioned that, he asked Jackie Shroff to deliver his dialogues in a certain way. What was the, the brief that was given to you when the role of Radha came to you?
Subhash ji is a fantastic director. He knows when to step in and control the artist and dominate the flow of the scene. And he knows when to back off and let the artists find their own creative expression. So he did that with me. And he had the trust कि ये classical dance background से आई है लड़की. She will get it, even though this is just her second film.
You know, ma'am, you have always played roles where you had to have strong emotions on screen. You know, did you ever find any limitations when these kind of projects were coming to you?
Did I feel that the scripts did not have enough to offer, enough substance?
Yes.
I have had a up and down career with movies which were pretty good for me, which were women oriented, and movies where I did 3 songs and also in the climax, those kind of roles. So I took it in my stride ki I'm not always going to get author-backed roles movie after movie.
So that went on with the flow, you mean?
Yes. I don't think you can predict anything in this movie business. आज का सितारा कल ढूंढते हैं और मिलता नहीं है. It's a very odd scenario. Keeping that as the background, the fact that I was working for 15 years and I did films with the best of directors and producers and actors, I think I did pretty okay.
You did pretty well, ma'am. You did pretty well. Ma'am, balancing a successful career in the entertainment industry and also having a personal life is obviously very challenging. What kind of sacrifices did you have to make to maintain that balance in your life when you were doing this?
All through my movie career days, I don't think I had to make any sacrifice because I came from a very disciplined, dedicated lifestyle. So I could balance the fact that I do 4 different classical dance styles, uski practice, uski stage performances, doing my BA and my MA along with the movie career, and then acting in all these films and, doing double shift, triple shifts. So I was a hard worker and I had passion for what I was doing. So it was all good, actually. I have no regrets.
That's nice. Ma'am, you also made a very early exit and moved, to the US. You decided that to be a part of your life. And then you went on to become a dance teacher and a very eminent personality in the US as well. How did that transition happen and what were the impacts in your daily life?
Transition ka kya hai? You just flow with it. There was a steep learning curve. As I told you, driving, cooking, swimming, all those things I only learned after going there. Shopping, bargaining, getting the best deals. US mein to wo hai. You wait till you get a good deal or a good sale. You don't just buy full price. So sacrifices, I think if you want to call it a sacrifice, was the fact that I left India. I left my creative persona and the people I have worked with for so many years, wo sab piche chhoot gaye. And I went and I just concentrated on my personal life and my family and my kids. But I can't call it a sacrifice. I think it was a conscious decision. I was ready to embrace that part of my life.
Right.
And because I found somebody who lived in USA and not in India, I had to make that choice. Will he come to India or will I migrate?
True.
And it made sense for me to migrate.
Do you remember the exact thought that crossed your mind when you had to choose between your career and to move to the US? Do you remember those decision-making days? Do you remember the thought that came across your mind?
Yes. From the time that I met my spouse and to the time that we actually got engaged and married, there were several months where he met my family, I met his family. We talked a lot. Long distance relationship, emailing, phone calling. And I still had to complete my MA and several films. So I had to strategize literally कि अगर मैं जा रही हूँ USA, what on earth will I do there? This big chunk of my life, which has been the substance of my existence for so many years, I'm going to just put it aside. True. So I'd better have a plan. So it took me that whole year to take care of everything and to get to that comfort zone that, yes, I'm ready to quit and leave. But मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा वो कीड़ा था कि this is just a break. Maybe it'll be a long break, but I will come back. And that's why I'm here talking to you.
That is nice. So, coming to that, ma'am, are we expecting to see you in the near future in any projects that you're doing?
I have talked to people who have OTT projects in mind. I have been in touch with people who do reality TV.
Right.
I have gone for events. So it's a slow start, trying to make my presence felt on social media with my Insta account, enjoying it thoroughly. So any concrete, serious announcements will come from the producer side.
Absolutely.
So today in this interview, I'm not free to share anything more with you.
I understand. But we'll definitely see more of you in the coming years, right?
Absolutely. I'm here to stay, and I'm here to motivate people to cast me. I think I've become a different person, a more mature, interesting person, experienced a lot of things in life. 27 years is a long gap.
It is.
I have what good things I had in the past, and I've added good things to it. So I think I'm ready to surprise the audiences and maybe myself too.
We can't wait to see. That's definitely for sure. Ma'am, the industry has changed a lot. Back then, where you left it, and today where you intend to continue or where you intend to pick it up from, it's two different industries totally, don't you feel? And what do you think has changed over the years, according to you?
I think the most obvious change is the working of the industry itself, where it has become corporate, it has become business people coming in and not your traditional producer types governing the situation anymore. Social media, the way we relate to audiences, the kind of movies which are being made, the fact that it's becoming a pan-India effect.
Right.
It's like a cascading effect where you have Bombay moving to Chennai and Banjara Hills, Hyderabad moving to Mumbai and Kolkata, and artists from everywhere collaborating. So it's, I think it's very creditable. It speaks for the beautiful country that India is, that we are in this space today where there's this dialogue which goes beyond only Mumbai.
True.
It's become international also.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Ma'am, it is not just that. I feel, do you also believe that the portrayal of women in our cinema has also improved, or if I may say, changed? Do you believe in that?
If I had the capacity to be a writer-director, I would be ecstatic because there is no dearth of talented women.
True.
And there is no dearth of people who want to see women in command on the screen.
Very true.
So I'm one of those women, and I'm waiting to see what transpires in my career henceforth.
So will there be an exploration on that side as well of yours in the capacity of a writer-director?
I don't know if I have the talent. I do have the interest. So I'll stick to being an actor, dancer for the moment.
Right. And then explore later.
And hopefully life will tell me if I'm ready for it.
Okay. Ma'am, could you share a few anecdotes from your career that you remember and that has been a very pleasant memory with you?
Anecdotes with my career of 15 years?
Yes.
Oh my God.
If you had to pick and choose the top two.
I think the very first film, Painter Babu, we were shooting in Simla in the snow. And I was dressed like Dimple Kapadia and Bobby in like shorts and a choli. And the hero was in his 2 layers of sweaters and hat and gloves. And I had to roll down this snowy slope. And there were so many retakes that at the end of it, I behosh ho gayi.
Oh God.
I actually lost consciousness because my body had become so numb. And everybody got so scared. Doctor ko bulao, ye karo, wo karo, stretcher le aao. And they had to take me all the way from that spot to where the cars were parked, which was pretty hard to carry somebody like that.
Right, that's very true.
That's one memory, very dramatic. first outdoor schedule of my life to face something like that.
This happens.
Yeah. I think I always have these physical challenges. Hero mein same thing repeated. I was under this cold waterfall in Ooty with 104 degrees temperature, shooting Nidya Se Jagi Bahar, the song.
Right.
Where they show the heroine is out in this beautiful valley. I don't know how I did it because I was in a bad shape. And Subhash ji could not give me more than 2 days of chutti for my sickness. Third day he had to shoot. We were in a schedule which had to be met. So I had to do it. ऐसे कई memories हैं. In Hero itself, there is another cute memory. Tu Mera Janu Hai, we were shooting in Manori Island and there were a lot of cactus. By mistake, I got a thorn in my hand.
Okay.
And I just couldn't perform because it was painful. And you know who helped me? The cameraman.
Oh, that is so sweet.
He knew what to do. He came, he said, एक safety pin लाओ. फिर उसको कुछ गरम किया. फिर उसको ऐसे किया and the thorn just got pulled out, you know, with the heat of that.
Right.
I was amazed. And then shooting progressed like that.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Now, don't ask me for
No,
anecdotes from my
absolutely not.
15
No.
years.
I understand.
We will be talking the whole day then.
Ma'am, but what I was coming to is that, back then you used to do around, we were just counting, and if I'm not wrong, you have done around 10 to 11 movies in a year, in that one calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't work like that anymore over here, right? Mm-hmm. So when you intend to come back, how would you go up with this space of the industry that we are right now?
Suits me fine. Suits my age.
No chance.
I've done 2 films in the South before I got married. Duet in Tamil and Apat Bandhavudu in Telugu. And when I was shooting for them, I wasn't shooting for anybody else. So it was, the experience was excellent. Performance really came out much better because it was more organic and cohesive. So I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue would be more like if I was overworked. Like I did a TV serial and they expected me to do like 20 hours a day or something like that.
True.
I would like say, I'm not your person.
Looking back at your accomplishments, if there's one role that holds a special place in your heart, what would that be?
It's a contest between Hero and Damini. Hero, which is almost like my first movie, and Damini, which was almost like my last movie. Because everything came together very well in these 2. So they are my favorites. And they are the movies which I showed first to my family. Ki dekho, ye mera kaam hai. Proud of it.
That is nice. Ma'am, we have a few quick fire questions for you, a few rapid fire rounds. Okay, so if you were to cast yourself in a Bollywood remake of a classical Hollywood film, which film would you choose and which character would you love to portray?
I would like to do more than one film. I would like to do films of the actresses of the 60s, like Audrey Hepburn, or even earlier, like the Siren era, where you have people like Greta Garbo.
Yeah.
Or more modern times, maybe almost every movie of Meryl Streep.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So, मेरी कनीज की आरज़ू कुछ ज़्यादा है, क्या करूँ?
I understand. Ma'am, in an alternate universe, when you're not an actress or a dancer, which quirky profession or hobby do you think Meenakshi Seshadri would be known for?
Teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah. Because I have taught dance, but teaching other subjects, I just love kids, and I've always found kids gravitate towards me.
Wow, that's nice. If you could swap lives with any Bollywood character you have portrayed for a day, who would it be and why?
Bollywood character?
That you've played.
That I have played. I would like, I don't know how many people remember this role, but in Sacche Ka Bolbala, I play a quirky journalist.
Okay.
I just love that because she's an investigative journalist जो पीछा नहीं छोड़ती किसी का. Then I would investigate all the journalists. उल्टा पैंतरा अपनाऊंगी मैं.
That's very true. Name 3 dance moves that perfectly describe your personality.
Dance moves?
Yeah.
Example, Ichi, what do you mean by dance moves?
Probably, off screen the way you are. But then if there's any dance hook that you feel that would suit your personality.
Okay. People think I'm somebody like तुम ही हो माता पिता तुम ही हो, जहाँ डांस कुछ खास नहीं है, बस डिवोशन है, बहुत सीरियस सिंसियर. बट एक्चुअली मैं अंदर क्या हूँ? हे आती क्या खंडाला. उसका जो हुक स्टेप है ना, वो हैंडकरचीफ के साथ, तो मेरा जो ये नटखट साइड है ना, वो बहुत कम लोग जानते हैं.
You know, what's the most hilarious blooper on set mishap that you've experienced during your acting career?
Oh my God. I can't call this a blooper, but it was definitely a oofer because I was in a well in trying to be pulled out by a rope by some kids, and a monkey comes to help tie that rope on my hands. The monkey bit my finger.
Oh God.
Oh my God. And I had to complete the shooting with that raw wound and get a tetanus shot later. So मैं जब वो scene देखती हूँ ना, so I'm like, be careful when you're shooting with animals.
You've had quite a few physical experiences in
Oh
your
yeah.
career.
Oh yes.
Your performances have often, left lasting impressions. If you had to create a tagline for your illustrious career, what would it be?
How about I put it this way? You knew me as the Ice Maiden before the intermission, but now I'm back. See the passion.
Oh my God, that's lovely. On that note, thank you so much for your time. It was lovely chatting with you, ma'am. And thank you so much for being on News 18 Showsha.
Thank you, Nishad.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Meenakshi Seshadri, and you are watching me on News 18 Showsha.